There's an old saying, a phrase that is used. I'm sure you've heard it, maybe even said it yourself. That phrase is this: take 5. It means to stop for a moment to catch your breath and regroup before getting back into the action. That's what I'm asking you to do right now. Stop what you're doing and take 5 minutes to let the Word of God breathe new life into you, and allow the Spirit of God to grant you your second wind, to not only face the journey ahead of you, but to finish strong. The clock is already ticking, so let's get started.
Have you ever been hurt while trying to help someone? Have you ever become discouraged? Have you built up walls because you've tried to reach out, you've tried to speak the truth, you've tried to share the gospel, and different people reacted different ways, and as a result, you took it personal, you got hurt, you built walls, and you have this attitude, I'm never doing that again. I'm never going to put myself out there like that anymore. That's the last time. Well, if we take the mindset that us men typically take, we're results oriented. We don't typically want to do anything unless we're going to see positive results from it. I'm reminded of an old show I used to watch when I was young, the A-Team, Hannibal. The leader of the group, he would say, I love it when a plan comes together. Well, Jesus has given us a plan. It's the Great Commission to go make disciples. But we want results, and there's all kind of gimmicks, and there's all kind of things that churches promote and do, and books and videos and all of the rest to try to show us how we can get the results we need. There are scholars that will tell us that Jeremiah the prophet was a failure because they look at the quote-unquote results, and they determine, well, he wasn't that great of a prophet because, well, look what happened to those he was trying to speak to. If we have that mindset, we will get our feelings hurt. We will get discouraged. We will say, no more, I've done that. I'm not going to try that again. But in Matthew chapter 10, Jesus is telling his disciples they need to go and declare that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And he gives them instructions, he gives them warnings, he tells them what to expect and gives them guidelines. And I just want to share with you quickly one of the things that he says to them. He says, when you go into a city, you enter into it and you find who is worthy in it. And then he says you enter into the house and you salute it. Now, for those guys, it would have been shalom, peace be with you. He says, if the house is worthy, let your peace rest upon it. If the house is not worthy, if they don't receive you or hear your words, let your peace return to you. If it's worthy, let it rest. If it's not worthy, let it return. And he says, when you depart out of that city or that house, shake the dust off of your feet. He goes on to say it would be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah than for that city. I find this interesting. If the house is worthy, if they receive your words, if they hear you, let your peace rest. If they don't, let your peace return. I wonder today if you're restless, if you're frustrated with what people didn't do or what they didn't receive or how they didn't accept what you had to say. Now you are restless. Where did you leave your peace? Where did you leave your peace back there where you should have let it return? If the house be worthy, if they receive and hear, let your peace rest, Jesus says. If not, let it return. The reason you're restless is you were concerned about results, which is something you're not in control of. I'm not in control of. I am to speak the truth in love. I am to pray for those individuals. What they do with it is between them and the Lord. I believe Jeremiah was a successful prophet because he did what God told him to do. He said what God told him to say. Let your peace rest. Let your peace return. If they didn't hear you, if they rejected you, if they made fun of you, if they persecuted you, if they told you, I don't ever want to hear you talk to me again, and you're restless and you're upset and you're hurt and you took it personal, and, well, your motive may very well be results. And you need to focus on one of two things: rest, return. And what's interesting, if we will do it Jesus' way, we have peace. We let our peace rest. Or we let our peace return. If you receive and hear, then you get to share in the peace that God has given. If you don't, I'm going to let it return, and I'm going to go somewhere else looking for the next person who will receive it. If they receive it, then I let my peace rest. If they don't, I let my peace return. Either way, I have peace. And the reason I have peace is because of the results that I should be concerned with are the results of me simply doing and saying what the Lord tells me to do and say. And if I do that, that's result enough. Then all I have to do is let it rest, let it return. So I just want to encourage you, if you're restless today, if you've built those walls up, if you said, I'm done, go back and get your peace. The last place you left it. Let it return and get back to doing what Jesus told you to do.
Hey guys, be sure to click like and subscribe if this video helped you. And most importantly, share it with someone you think would benefit from a spiritual breather themselves. God bless you. I'll catch you on our next break.